All right, hello, October Panic Attack YouTube community. This is Dante, and today I am videoing from an alternate location, of course, as you can tell, in a hotel as we are doing our journey around the Allentown, Palmerton, and Saylorsburg areas. And today I'd like to talk to you about right there, right behind me. There it is, folks. The Hotel of Horror, Lake House. Look at that clouds. Look at that sky. Look at that clouds. And what's going on here? I have no clue what's going on here. But I want to give a shout out to Sarah, one of the October Panic YouTube watchers who seems to like this. So there you go, Sarah. Alright, folks, I want to talk to you about the Hotel of Horror. The Hotel of Horror is in Saylorsburg, Pennsylvania. And it is, you've heard a lot of hubbub about this place. You've heard a lot of things about this place, I'm assuming, so far. And the Hotel of Horror is a very, very special place. It's run by a husband and a wife in a real abandoned hotel called the Lake House, a historical place. There have been ghost hunter type shows filmed here. There was even a movie filmed here called 6 Degrees of Hell starring Corey Feldman, an independent horror film. This place is really something special here, and it is a place that has a lot of history, a lot of darkness. Supposedly some people have killed themselves in here or were killed in here, and you can really kind of feel that vibe. And what they do in here is very unique, very old school, and very special at the same time. It's run by a very, very passionate and serious husband and wife team. Okay, folks, and they are awesome people, and they're people who take this very seriously, even in terms of the marketing of this place. Now, there are two main attractions here. You have Altered Nightmares, which was their original name when we first visited them. They were just called Altered Nightmares. But they have two main attractions, Altered Nightmares and Hotel of Horror. And when you get the combo ticket for $30, those are the two main attractions that you get, and they have separate lines for each. There's a third attraction for $5 more called the Exhibition Macabre, which is a real museum filled with real horrific things. So for $35, you can get all three attractions, Altered Nightmares, Hotel of Horror, and the Exhibition Macabre. But the regular combo ticket is just the Altered Nightmares and the Hotel of Horror. Now remember, folks, if you buy your tickets online, you still have to go up to the ticket booth and get them exchanged for little kind of regular carnival style tickets to bring to the main line area. Okay, so you're not going to avoid the ticket line just by buying them online. Okay, so remember that. Another thing you want to know is that this place really does not have an address per se. It's really an intersection. So the best thing to do is to go onto their website and to kind of do the map quest through their website to get to that actual location. That's the best thing for you to do, okay? Where you can actually maybe use the latitude and longitude coordinates. Or also remember that if you're doing 33, okay, Route 33, that you're getting off at the Saylorsburg exit. There is no Cherry Valley Road exit, as your GPS really wants to say. Okay, so you're doing the Saylorsburg exit. But use their website MapQuest or else you might get lost, because there's really no physical address per se, which makes the place even cooler and more mysterious. Okay, this particular place has a very creepy line area, as one of my friends said. The line area here is, it smells old. You just can't replicate a line area like this, folks. It smells old. There's television showing weird scenes of old Lucio Fulci Italian horror films. There's weird music blasting out of the front of the hotel before you even go into the dungeon of the line area. There's weird lighting out there in the front of the hotel. And it's just an imposing place. Now they have a small group of actors that are terrorizing you while you're in line, while you're outside before you get in line, and you're almost going to feel like, wow, if this is the way the actors are outside of this place, I can only imagine the way they are when you get inside. I would say some of the scariest actors while you're in line that I've seen. They're really, really in your face. Shout out to Snotgore. They're really, really in your face, and they almost do some things that you would expect them to save only when you're in the attraction. I'm not going to give away too much more. We had a code word on this particular evening. The code word was pineapple with our group whenever there was an actor near us. Anyway, this is really just an awesome atmosphere to this place. And I want to tell you that both main attractions, Hotel of Horror and Altered Nightmares, both main attractions seem very long. They seem very long. You do not get the vibe that you're flying through these things, and you don't want to fly through these things. But more on that in a second. They're very character-driven attractions with scenes, actual almost like movie-style scenes, lots of steps. Okay, lots of sounds and screams and music, very vocal actors with lots of things to say involving you, the attendee. Lots of some of the most evil looking hallways and corners, creative ways to come at you and scare you, scary and disturbing environments, very dark themes, spiritual themes, creepy themes. You can tell that the plan here at the Hotel of Horror is to scare you and make you uncomfortable. This place and the environments are scary enough. The lake house is scary enough. But the actors add a whole other dimension to it to put the icing on the cake. Okay, these attractions have actors that creatively find ways to involve you and scare you with the environment of the lake house and their characterizations. There are dark, I'm talking about thematically dark, spiritual elements, disturbing death themes, and just dark, evil themes to put bad vibes and thoughts into the attendees. You really, at this place, the owners let the actors do their thing. Okay, and I say to you, if you go, let the actors do their thing. You don't want to race through any haunted house unless you're being herded through. They don't herd you through here. They allow enough space in between each group that you're not going to run into another group. So take your time and really take your time and allow the actors to do their thing because they have something to do. Don't rush through the rooms. Allow them to do what they want to do because they have something to do, something to tell you, and a way to involve you. And sometimes that involves you actually getting on your knees. There are some things in here you haven't seen or experienced before, especially thematically. There are some things in here that will scare you really badly in the creative ways that they do them, and I'm not going to tell you what they are. They will use actors and environments to scare you to death. The actors are given the freedom by the owners, like I said before, to be their characters. And these actors actually are almost like movie actors where they develop backstories to their characters, some within the span of like a whole year. They develop backstories and characterizations and live inside of these actors and use them inside of the attractions. On the Hotel of Horrors ads, you will see the actors because they are that important. These are not just actors, they're characters in a movie called The Hotel of Horror and Altered Nightmares. They never ever break character, and they look and live in the complex characters and scare you and disturb you spiritually horribly. Now, I don't want to say much specifically, but they do some very unique things in here with the endings of both attractions for Altered Nightmares and Hotel of Horror. They do something really unique that I haven't seen before with the endings of both of those. And they use lighting very well in this place. They use sound extremely well in this place, there's a level of physicality to this as well. So hopefully your backs and your shoulders are in good working order. They do not touch you at this place, but it does not matter. Okay, when you leave here, you will not leave saying, but they didn't touch us. It won't matter, folks. It will not matter. You will leave here thinking that they did touch you. And regardless, you were touched emotionally and spiritually. Our favorite of the two main attractions is Altered Nightmares. And the soundtrack in the tail end of Altered Nightmares, the portion of Altered Nightmares, is amazing and just evil, and it brings me back to when we first visited the Hotel of Horror when it was just called Altered Nightmares, and I believe it's the same exact music. The owners actually help make the music, and they have a very unique way of doing the sound system and everything else, so they put major work into the music in here. So there are portions of these two attractions, especially Altered Nightmares, where the music is in fact homemade, I believe. So, I mean, that is really, really special. You're going to hear something in Altered Nightmares, a piece of music that you've never heard before. And I'm going to tell you this in the video right now. It is the loudest music I've ever heard in a haunted attraction in my life, to the point where you feel it rumbling through your whole body. It's that imposing, physically and emotionally. And you know, oh wow, it really adds. You know what I'm saying? It really adds. Do you hear that hair dryer? That's actually my wife blow drying her hair. This is you know, we're at the roots right here, folks. We're at the roots. Anyway, all right, here we go. Let's go. This Hotel of Horror is a character-driven haunted house that is evil, interactive, creative, and one that is designed, and you can tell it's designed to scare you and to disturb you. You know, folks, this really reminds me of those old school haunted houses that were not scared of being a little politically incorrect, and were not scared of going evil on you. Okay, I'm not giving you a lot of specific things in here, but hopefully you can tell from this review that this place likes to be dark in their themes. So hopefully you're ready for that. And they want to scare you. They want to disturb you here. And they want to, when the actors, the characters are kind of screaming and speaking, they want to speak darkness to you. We did a set of commercials for free for these guys that you can find on this YouTube page. I think we did about 8 of them. You can find them on this YouTube page. You can also find them on Hotel of Horror's Facebook page. Check those videos out. You'll see a group of the actors in there that you will in fact meet at the actual haunt. And the videos will give you a vibe of the darkness of this place. I hope you enjoy the commercials and maybe watch them before you even go. Check out Hotel of Horror's website. They have their official ad on there. And when you're in the line area, you might even see some interesting banners on the walls if you look around. Thanks, Marlo. All right, guys. Hotel of Horror. There it is right there. There it is. Hotel of Horror, Altered Nightmares, Exhibition Macabre. You want to check this place out if you like what you heard. Thank you, Hotel of Horror, for scaring us, disturbing us, and as a person who went with us in our group said, quote, "I did not like this." And that was a positive. She said she did not like this in a portion of Altered Nightmares because she was so scared. I will also let you know this. There was a portion at this place, I believe it was Altered Nightmares as well, where we were so terrified that we were flailing around and we were actually groping each other by accident. My wife found it amusing because I was not groping her per se. But she wound up groping other people in our group. So it was a wild, wild time. Remember, if you want to get scared, these guys want to do that for you. So go. Lots of actors, but these are not just actors. They're characters in a movie called Hell. Thank you, and happy Halloween.